Everything is practice. Enthusiasm is everything. It must be taught and vibrating like a guitar string. A penalty is a cowardly way to score. I don't believe there is such a thing as a born soccer player. Perhaps you are born with certain skills and talents. I always think that I would have become an actor if I hadn't been a soccer player. No doubt, I am earning more money with my endorsements than I ever earned playing soccer. Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing or learning to do. Every kid around the world who plays soccer wants to be Pele. I have a great responsibility to show them not just how to be like a soccer player, but how to be like a man. The first World Cup I remember was in 1950 when I was 9 or 10 years old. My father was a soccer player, and there was a big party, and when Brazil lost to Uruguay, I saw my father crying. Considerable research on successful soccer players and their developmental history affirms that a good percentage of them have spent time in isolation, working on soccer skills. How much soccer training is needed to become a top player? It depends on the efficiency of your training routine. Another reason why I am always close to the people, because communication is very important. When I stopped to play soccer I continued to work with UNICEF. I was barely 14 years old. But let's be fair, I wasn't the only one who did it. When I was playing, they said soccer was a man's world and women should remain on the sidelines. All I can say is I'm glad I never had to go up against Mia Hamm. When football stars disappear, so do the teams, and that is a very curious phenomenon. It is like in the theater, in a play, where there is a great star. His left foot is fantastic. It's like Mozart. God gave Freddie the gift to play soccer. If he is prepared mentally and physically, nobody will stop him. A team is not made up of isolated individuals. Football is a team game. No one plays alone. Success depends on your whole team being a single unit. I always had a philosophy which I got from my father. He used to say, "Listen. God gave to you the gift to play football. This is your gift from God. If you take care of your health, if you are in good shape all the time, with your gift from God no one will stop you, but you must be prepared." The head talks to the heart and the heart talks to the feet. When you control the ball you control the score. I was born to play football, just like Beethoven was born to write music and Michelangelo was born to paint. I think the kids always look forward to being always the big stars. Not only football, any profession. Too many players think of a football as something to kick. They should be taught to caress it and to treat it like a precious gem. There is always someone out there getting better than you by training harder than you. Great teams are not made up of many well-rounded players. He was a man in Bowery that all our team visited. A good player is not who only scores goals but someone who can cheer his team, and when the team is not performing well, he can act as a leader. Great teams are made up of a variety of players, each having their own strengths. Wherever you go, there are three icons that everyone knows: Jesus Christ, Pele, and Coca-Cola. You must respect people and work hard to be in shape. And I used to train very hard. When the other players went to the beach after training, I was there kicking the ball. I don't think I'm a very good businessman. I act too much with my heart. Success isn't determined by how many times you win, but by how you play the week after you lose. The more difficult the victory, the greater the happiness in winning. Love is more important than what we can take. Please say it with me 3 times. Love, love, love. Football is like a religion to me. Brazil eats, sleeps, and drinks football. It lives football. A lot of people, when a guy scores a lot of goals, think he's a great player because a goal is very important, but a great player is a player who can do everything on the field. No individual can win a game by himself. If you don't give education to people, it is easy to manipulate them. I played futsal growing up in Bauer. In futsal, you need to think quick and play quick, so it's easier for you when you move to normal football. People always ask me, when is the new Pele going to be born? Never. My father and mother have closed the factory. When you play against dirty players or very tough players, it's easy to escape because you know what they're going to do. But when the player is tough but intelligent, it's much more difficult. I want to do my best to make the people happy. I play with my heart for the sport. I worship the ball, and I treat it like a god. Everything on earth is a game. A passing thing. We all end up dead. We all end up the same, don't we? If you ever want to be a decent player, you have to be able to use both feet without stopping to think about it. Football is the best, is the biggest sport in the world. Always when I come to the field, I try to do my best for other people. I've come to accept that the life of a front runner is a hard one, that he will suffer more injuries than most men, and that many of these injuries will not be accidental. I love people. I wanted to be with the people. I wanted to give something back what I get from football because God gave everything to me. Sometimes I look for the complete player, not just the players who score but those who can pass. If I pass away one day, I am happy because I tried to do my best. My sport allowed me to do so much because it's the biggest sport in the world. A lot of people, when a guy scores a lot of goals, think he's a great player, because a goal is very important, but a great player is a player who can do everything on the field. He can do assists, encourage his colleagues, give them confidence to go forward. It is someone who, when a team does not do well, becomes one of the leaders. The World Cup is a very important way to measure the good players, and the great ones. It is a test of a great player. Pele doesn't die. Pele will never die. Pele is going to go on forever. Over the years I've learned to live with 2 persons in my heart. One is Edson, who has fun with his friends and family, the other is the football player Pele. I didn't want the name. Pele sounds like baby talk in Portuguese. I sometimes lie awake at night and wonder why I am still so popular and, to be honest, I don't know. All my life I thank God. My family was very religious. You must respect people and work hard to be in shape. And I used to train very hard. When the others players went to the beach after training, I was there kicking the ball. Everybody knows my life. I won a lot of tournaments and scored more than 1,000 goals, won 3 World Cups, but I could not play in Olympic Games. The bicycle kick is not easy to do. I scored 1,283 goals, and only 2 or 3 were bicycle kicks.